Hi, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Okay, now I guess today was a little roller coaster ride. Uh,
Sorry.
just are we going live?
We are live, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good evening, friends. Good evening, everybody, one and all, on the page of Association of International Educators. And today is the first of the series, the story of the front life work, Korea warriors. Sorry, Corona warriors. And with us today we have Dr. Bindal Vala. Welcome, Dr. Bindal, and thank you for taking this time out and giving your presence at our platform.
Thank you so much.
So, a very warm welcome to you, Doctor. And this is just a platform where we talk our hearts out. And as a layman, I think today I'm going to talk to you, and we would be looking forward to your wisdom and your advice on the whole epidemic and the scene that has been happening currently. So,
Okay.
yeah, so let's start your journey, Doctor. Give us a little brief. Such a beautiful looking young doctor. It's such a great pleasure to have you. So give us a little introduction about yourself.
Okay. So, my career as a dentist, I started it in the year of 2014, September, and I joined my dental school, NAR Hospital Dental College. And since the beginning, I was very keen to be a doctor, and I was very keen to provide service to mankind.
Certainly.
So that was the only reason why I wanted to be a doctor. And then the journey was awesome. Like I started working, I started observing in some clinics, and right from my second year, I got some small clinical work in some private clinics also in my third year. And I think I started way at a very young age to start practicing as a doctor. So there were things where I could handle things even independently in a dental clinic, and so I was given opportunities and had like my professor had a lot of faith in me, and I think that's why I'm like at this age I think I can use such a platform to give a message to people. So yeah.
Thank you. So, Doctor, tell us how have these past 13 months,
Hmm.
challenging, or whatever your reflection has been on these 13 months as an insider, as a doctor, because I think as a layman, as a person from outside, हम जो देखते हैं वो actually नहीं होता. That's why the series is called उनकी कहानी उनकी जुबानी. तो जो एक डॉक्टर की कहानी होती है, the hardcore what a doctor goes through, I think our audience would be very interested to hear to that.
Okay, so basically 13 months now it was very upside down actually, because it was not only the professional life which we had to take care of. We also had to take care of our personal life, our family, our friends. And it was very like being a doctor in the family, anyone calls up at any time. Oh, Bindal, this has happened, and what should we do? And we are not getting a bed, we are not getting medicine, this that, we want to go here, can you help us out, come out, can we get your car, because my car had a doctor's logo. So, or different kinds of things. It's something that I never imagined. It was so unpredictable. Second thing, being at the clinic. Now, when I am working as a dental clinic, the patient flow was quite reduced. What usually I used to see, now I work in a charitable trust. So what usually I used to see was around 9 to 10 patients on an average daily. It turned out to be only one or two twice a day. So yes, of course, it was a good thing that people didn't want to come out; they wanted to stay home. But then there's a lot of fear in people that they don't want to come to a dentist even when they're in tremendous pain. And see, being a doctor, it's always like even if you are COVID positive and you need a dental treatment, I would never say you no. I'll wear a PPE kit. I would take all the precautions. But my job at that time is to get you out of the dental frame. Yeah, being a COVID warrior now, I haven't yet so far worked in a COVID ward, but I have been, monitoring some patients online on calls. Okay, fine, this treatment is going on, and I need to speak to the doctors. Like, what is your next step? And then to deal with the patient's family. That okay, so this is going on. Don't panic. Just have faith. Okay, so I think it's the only thing I think I could see in all these 13 months and right now is people have become very panicked. They're just very paranoid. That's all I have to say. So 13 months have been very stressful for people. Not
So,
everyone is.
Doctor, what is that one word that you would like to give to everybody instead of panic? What should be that one word in the change in the one word that we would?
That one word would be do not give up. Do not give up at any point when you are detected with a COVID. So that is just don't give up on it and be very don't first of all is don't fear. So I think that's the only thing. Don't give up on it. I have seen people losing their immunity because of the negative thoughts. They get cornered. People do not talk, or people only talk about that how you got it and what are you doing, किससे मिले थे ये वो. So don't do that. Be अरे ठीक हो जाएगा. Be a bit calm with that person. Don't show that person, oh, you got COVID positive. You are COVID. You have COVID. So that's it. Just and don't corner and don't give up when you are detected with it.
So basically, what I understand, doctor, from your this statement is that it is a little bit of thoughts that we need to transform and have a little bit of faith in ourselves, have a little bit of faith in whatever, in the whole doctor community, in all the people who are working, rather than fighting over कि मेरे patient को तुमने ध्यान नहीं दिया. So did you also encounter any of these
Yes, yes.
situations?
We that just recently there was a message on my phone that please look at this bed number, so and so, patient's name is so and so. The treatment is not going well. So I also was like, okay, let me just find out what is the status. And I found out that the reports were already shared with the patient's family. So he wanted to know whether the patient is recovering or not. Now sometimes it is a basic understanding that we need to understand one doctor is dealing with a lot of patients. He doesn't have time to revert to each and every one. He is doing his best to revert to each and every one, but he is if he is not able to revert you at a particular time, that doesn't mean you start blaming him
The
that
person,
no, this doctor is not paying attention, क्या पता treatment ठीक से हो रहा है and
right?
so that is we need to. I think that is one thing that understanding, basic understanding that why the reply has not come on time, and second thing is whether the treatment is going right or no. Now you as a layman, you wouldn't know what treatment is. You don't know what is COVID, right?
Right.
It is a doctor who knows. So there are now these WhatsApp forwards and all these have really
Absolutely.
like they have really ruined everyone's basic understanding. I think even the finest person, a well-educated person, must have also just gone through these messages and must have just hampered his basic understanding on why this disease is and how to deal with it. So there were like I would like to talk about it later on this session itself. But my only thing is do not have a lot of faith on the WhatsApp forwards. Have faith on the physician who is dealing with, who is treating you, and on the person who is right beside you in
Right.
the room.
So, any story which shook you up and, which really had you, like, sometimes I don't know how to put it forward to you. Like, a doctor is the God on earth, right? But that story or that thing where, it shook you from inside, did any of
Okay.
this
Yeah,
type of
so
story?
this happened last year when the COVID was very new. So hardly 500,000 cases in our Mumbai. So it was very undiscovered. It was not that discovered, and people didn't know really what it. So one of my this school friends, he was having fever since like 4 or 5 days, and we took his reports and everything, and he had severe infection. So we now he had a lot of fever. So already there were the doctors. The doctors were scared
Yeah,
that we are not taking our patients who have fever
yeah,
because this was not a COVID hospital. So at that time, only Kasturba and such hospitals were labeled for COVID
COVID,
patients.
right?
But right now, luckily, we have had a lot of centers opening up. So he did not get a bed. So basic that golden hour of his treatment was lost. Secondly, he was not detected. First, so why he had that fever? And in a period of 3 days, we lost him. He was not even 25. And he took his last breath like in just front of me, and it was very horrifying.
Yeah,
So, and I think I made sure like we just had, and it was basically the last hospital where he was admitted. I had to use myself that I am this doctor. I want him get admitted right away, and he is not COVID positive. We still don't know whether he was COVID positive or not. The doctor herself told us, I am छाती ठुक के बोलती मैं ये डॉक्टर इसको कोविड नहीं हुआ है. They took 15 X-rays of him. They did not find any changes. But then we lost him because of severe septic shock. So that time COVID was not discovered, but also there was a lot of misunderstanding, a lot of uh, ego that they don't want to check whether it's a COVID or not, and also they didn't want to so that this is how I think right at that time if the doctor would have just checked that whether it is COVID or no, I think we could have saved him. And then अभी वो time पे क्या होता है कि we have to tell that the grapes are sour, so maybe he had only that lifespan which he came with, and God has given you know that kind he has made that kind of a DNA with that kind of breath quota, so he's gonna take only those much and he's going to leave. So all those events led him to his end. So it was very bad and someone really close to us. So after that I realized that the only thing which we need to take care of right now is not miss the golden hour of treatment. The
yeah,
moment you find that you are not well, there is something abnormal, check with the doctor and obey him very much sincerely, because I don't the doctor is not there to kill you. He's of course there to save you. He is not going to say I don't care. You're paying him. Even if you don't pay, I don't think any doctor by profession would ever do that. So to take that presence of mind that you got to you got to strike the iron when the rod is very hot. That is really important. And I think that is the only thing that is going to help. The mindset has to change.
right. Very true. I am myself so touched by this young loss, and I know how it would have felt because losing a young life certainly. And just today morning, I mean, I would dedicate this to my mother and all the mothers and all the, all the children who are blessed with mothers. That one of my classmates lost her mother on the eve of Mother's Day. Yeah. And they were trying to get the plasma. So
Hmm.
I really don't know the whole story, but that was the first message that popped up early morning hours at 1:30 yesterday. I mean, today
Hmm.
morning.
Very nice.
And when the world was wishing Happy Mother's Day, there was this girl who, you know, yeah. So I do relate to what it is losing a friend, losing a family member, and how it would have feel. And we've all we've all gone through and lost, or maybe I instead of the lost. Doctor, recently I discovered myself to use the word pray for these departed souls rather than saying lost these departed souls. I don't know, it was this sort of an insight that I felt, that instead of saying losing them, let's say that we just pray them, because they they have departed us. So yeah, I'm sure this whole thing would have moved you. So how did you go on with your routine, and then seeing from 1 to maybe 10 and then 100, and then, or how was it like?
So, see, being a doctor, we have to keep ourselves updated. So, it was always very important for me to stay updated to find out why things were happening. So, yeah, I kept reading, I kept, monitoring things, going here and there. I read a lot of articles, and there was no way I left that, no, no, something कुछ भी छूटा नहीं मुझसे.
जी जी.
I did take care that I should have a good knowledge, because being a doctor, everybody is going to ask you. See, where I work, where at my family, my friends, everyone, they would, and I would love them if they would, because when you ask someone something,
To
you
give the
have
correct
faith in it.
advice. Yeah, and to give
Yes,
the correct advice.
yes, and it was my responsibility to lead that person well. So yeah, I did that, and then to deal with this losses, or you, as you said, that we have to pray for these departed souls. I think I made sure that I do not run away from it. I do not run away from facing this. I have to, okay, fine. I have to recollect what happened. I have to accept what happened, and I have to adapt with it. I can't be sitting there, and I have to move on. I have to, like, we, everyone, like anyone who would have lost their family members, their friends, or whomsoever. It is very important for us to lead, to accept it, and to move over. And also looking at now, it's very important that we are updated with each and everything that is happening now. Talking about these vaccines and all,
Yes,
so there are people
that was
who
going to
are
be my next concern.
yes.
Huh.
So the vaccines now, many of them think that after the vaccine they're very safe from COVID. But that's not the thing. The COVID, the website itself says that this is not going to definitely prevent you from getting COVID, but of course it will save you from some permanent comorbidity or from death. So it is a good thing. Why not take it? And that's it. So I think there should be some spirituality included in people's daily routine. They should be having that positive thoughts within themselves. They should be, you know, not now. There is one thing I would like to say, that instead of being, feared of COVID, it is
Yeah,
better that we respect it.
right.
We respect this virus. That yes, it is going to, like, this discussion was just between me and my head of the department few days back, and he told me that people are a lot of panic. They're very panicked. So they, instead of getting panicked with all these things, why not just give respect to it? Okay, fine, you've come in my body, I will respect you. It's like dealing with a person. So, and to keep your minds, your positivity high on that time, high on thoughts, high on good thoughts. So yeah, one should include positivity, so that at that need of that hour, that peak time when you might do something wrong, at that point of time, अगर आप संभल गए, so I think there is nothing wrong that can happen to you.
एक्चुअली जो वही बात हो गई कि जो व्हाट्सएप पे भी ब्लाइंडली जो फॉरवर्ड्स आते जाते हैं, एंड वो दिन सुबह शुरू होता है तो कॉन्वर्सेशन शुरू होती है, इतनी मौतें हो गई. बट अगेन इट्स द कर्मा. एवरीबडी हु केम ऑन टू दिस लाइफ had a death time that was denoted and given to that person. Now recently, also we have started realizing that with the COVID there are other symptoms, like one of my classmates, and yesterday his son shared that it was a COVID plus a heart attack,
Oh,
right? So now what has happened is, initially we all thought that he died because of the COVID.
hmm.
you know I think people need to start understanding that there could be other things also.
There could be also some other reason to die
Yes,
other than COVID.
yes,
Yes.
yes. So how do
The
you?
people used to die even before COVID.
Yes,
And
exactly,
yes. So
exactly. So then, how do you create
there is
family
something that I would
Yeah, sure.
like to share with you. So when I lost this friend of mine, I read one book. It was called The Tao of Medicine. So
Yeah.
in that book, there was one chapter on death, how to deal with it. So that said that uh, a doctor, even if he wants to kill you, he won't be able to kill you. Second thing, what was it? You are going to live only that much जितना आपका डीएनए में है. आपके डीएनए में इतना ब्रेथ कोटा लिखा है, आप उतना ही रहोगे. उससे ज्यादा आधा सेकंड भी नहीं रहोगे.
आधा सेकंड तो बहुत ज्यादा हो गया है.
बहुत ज्यादा
सेकंड
माइक्रो सेकंड भी
एक
नहीं.
हाँ
So
माइक्रो
it
सेकंड.
was like very something that I think that one statement really I implemented it on myself, and that's how I started accepting it. I think reading would help people, accept. Some people have that mindset, नहीं मैं जो सोच रहा हूँ वही बराबर है.
जी
ये
जी
जो लिखा है, it's very difficult to change someone.
जी.
Okay, fine, then it's their call. But then if we, that's one change from our side, I think it would do a lot for everyone.
तो ये जो
So
ऐसे टाइप के जो पेशेंट्स या फैमिली मेंबर्स आते हैं, तो इनको आप ऐसे थोड़ा कुछ
of
ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन
course,
एटीट्यूड शेयर करते हैं.
I yes, I do. I love to talk. So if I'm on a talk, I would go on a really good talk with such people if they really want to improve or they
या
really want to come out of it. See, now when I
बिल्कुल.
come with a problem to you and you give me hundreds of solutions, but still after 2 days I'm sleeping on the same problem, then there's a problem in me. Like, why?
बिल्कुल
Because I want to crave about it. If I'm
बिल्कुल
really
बिल्कुल.
seeking for a solution, I would at least 100 में से एक तो कुछ तो आधा तो apply करूँ ना.
जी
That is
बिल्कुल.
my thing. When you want to come out of something, you would try anything to do to come out of it. So one has to, like, there is some need in change in the attitude
या
towards this. So and it's so that thing is that it's, I would not say that it's not it's nothing, that is nothing. Yes, of course, जो रहेगा जाता है, जो इंसान चला गया है वो तो चला गया, लेकिन जो रह गए हैं ना, that person has to face the loss.
सो डॉक्टर डिंडल,
So,
आप बिंदल उनको आप कैसे एक बोलते हैं ना, हाउ डू यू गिव देम वन कोपिंग advice, or maybe how do you help them deal with it? Because जिस बंदे को वो हुआ है, वो बोलता है, then the person says, oh, but you are not in my shoes, right? Put yourself in my shoes and see.
yes.
तो वो एक बहुत
Yes.
होता है ना,
So
difficult और situation हो जाती
one thing is we should give them some space.
है. जी.
Sometimes some people want their own space. They don't want to, maybe they want to be in it, they'll themselves come out of it.
Hmm.
But then it's also one thing that how long should we allow that person to be in that space?
Right.
अगर वो space में रह के और कुछ सोचने लगा, so how to deal with it? So that one thing is you give some time, some space to that person.
Right.
That you have lost it, and you can't. That time when you say I understand, that is also something very annoying for that person. You're like, how can you understand? You haven't lost it. We can tell them stay strong. This is the word I use. I don't even say them my condolences and all, because that makes them maybe feel more that they have lost that person.
Yes.
But I say them stay strong.
So I'm liking this word when you say that don't use the word, avoid the word condolences and use some
Yes.
different words.
Yes, use some. उसको याद मत करो कि उसने हो किया. हाँ, उसको समझना है. He or she has to accept that that person is gone, and he or she, of course, is not going to meet him ever. जो रह गया. लेकिन ये just stay strong. Don't fear to face it. Okay, in fact, face it, see it, and accept. That's it. Accept it in a good way. Don't blame it. There's no need to be hard on ourselves. What will you get by doing that? You will get
बिल्कुल.
nothing. So I think when you accept it, I think we can change the scenarios for others. Now, suppose if I am seeing that the same case is happening now, how I lost my friend. If I see that something similar is happening with someone else, I would make sure that जो मिस्टेक पहले हो गया, जो टाइम का वो गोल्डन आवर का हमने वो टाइम पे ध्यान नहीं रखा, वो टाइम का मैं अब इस केस में ध्यान रखूं.
जी.
जो वो तो नहीं बचा पाए बट इसको बचा दो.
Hmm.
So that is what you should learn, and it's always better to accept and adapt. There is nothing that we can change.
Right. So that this has been a very insightful learning, certainly, Dr. Bindal, that acceptance and adaptation, and also the change in our attitude. जहाँ हम condolences और loss word use करते हैं, उसकी जगह हम और कोई वर्ड्स को यूज करें जिनमें पॉजिटिव एनर्जी आए, rather
Yes.
than lossful, negative, depressing energy. So again, the exchange of energies, if we are so to believe, uh, right. So what else in a routine day to day of a doctor's life is it that you would like to share with the audience who are watching you?
So when someone like whenever I now when you call me out, with simple example, you call me as Dr. Bindal. So that is my first place. Second place is I have my family, of course, my parents. डॉक्टर बनने से भी पहले मैं उनकी बेटी हूँ, एक बहन हूँ. So things like that. So second comes our family. First is always whatever we practice. Now if you call an army officer, he will be major so and so. So he is first, the country is man. Then he is your son, your family, whatever. So of course it is my job when so it's like एक थोड़ा थोड़ा confusion हो जाता है. People now suppose if I'm free now today is Sunday. So और क्या होता है ना कि डॉक्टर को हमेशा डॉक्टर की तरह ही दिखते हैं. अरे इसने तो ऐसा पहना है, अरे ये तो यहाँ पे जा रही है, अरे ये तो ऐसा कर रहा है. So we have a normal life.
Also, yes.
Monday to Saturday, I am a doctor, of course. Sunday, I am a family person instead. Okay,
Right.
so I want that some change in people's mindset.
Yeah.
That if yes, you of course approach me as a doctor. Okay, you call me when it's very urgent. So then there are some people who don't understand this. They will keep calling you. Is this available here? Is this and all something that is really not a life and death question. I would never say no. In fact, I have never said no to anyone. No
I can
doctor would
imagine.
ever do that. When someone is calling you up urgently for a life and death question, it is not something acceptable to me that hala मैंने ऐसा कर दिया. I question myself.
Yeah, true.
So, other than that, we need to normalize that someone's free time is not that he's available for you. Now,
Ji.
if I'm free, I have some my things that I have to do. Yeah, if there is something really urgent, you can call me up. But if you find that I'm doing something, right now also, I got some 2 3 calls just to ask me some stupid questions. So that makes no sense. First I used to answer all of them, but then later on I started thinking that not started thinking, I realized that these people are taking me for
Advantage.
granted.
Yes, taking
कि
advantage.
इसको कभी भी फोन करे ही उठाएगी.
Yeah,
And being
I
a
do agree.
young doctor, what happens is it's just like I'm still
More
climbing
approachable.
my career. I am
Yes,
approachable, definitely I'm approachable, and
correct.
they think that my approachability is more because maybe I'm still learning,
Yeah.
but they don't know what I have been through,
So
what I have
vulnerability.
started with.
Yes.
They do not know that.
Hmm.
So and I am very down to earth. मैं खुद का तारीफ नहीं कर रही हूँ, but I'm saying
Ji.
I'm very down to earth. I'm very honest. If I feel something is wrong, I would definitely tell you on face that this is something that I did not like. You shouldn't have done this, and leave it there and then and there. So this mindset, this thing which I would like to say about people is that they have to think that apart from being a doctor, also I have something that respect should come from
Yes,
themselves. Like,
right.
doctor, this is the thing. If you're free, please revert back. Just drop a message. I think that was very humble. I would never say no to such people.
Very true.
Dada, they are keeping calling, and then they'll ask me that, Ari, is this available there? Can you help us with this? I'm getting very panicked. Can you get me admitted? No, that was not done. There's so many people who really need to get an admission, but they're not getting. So just because you are getting panicked, I can't get you admitted. You need to deal with your panic attack. Alright, and that is not
And
on the.
you need a psychologist and a psychotherapist for that,
Yes.
not to get admitted in a COVID
Yes,
ward.
yes, you don't have to get admitted there. Well, just for your satisfaction, I can't be playing with those people who are really
Right.
in need of that bed. So yeah, that's really that people need to change about themselves.
So, what about your family? Like you just said, and you
Mm.
brought it to my notice that there is always that one day that I would like to keep for myself. So, in that time, how do you think your family, you know, support you, or how have they been, or
So
have they been like सारा टाइम काम कर रही है, सारा टाइम फोन पे है?
होता है कभी कभी. Everyone has that, but they have always supported me, always, and even right now they are feeling proud that
Yeah.
my daughter is doing something good. They've never stopped me. Never. Never ever have they stopped me, and they would never do it. In fact, today, if I'm independent doing something by myself, they would always tell me, "You go for it." There are no barriers like शादी कर लो, ये कर लो, वो करो. ऐसा भी कुछ नहीं है. I have got that kind of a freedom from them, and I think
Mm.
I'm very, very, very lucky in this case.
Blessed.
So yes, I'm very blessed. I always think this. And I think that is keeping me boosted up.
Yeah.
So I'm
True.
working with like there. I'm not. I must be meeting around 100 people who must be positive carriers or something. But that's what I'm still fine, and my parents are also fine. So I think somewhere it's their blessings, my forefathers' blessings, and I do give them time. So whenever I come back home, even on my daily weekdays, so I come. My schedule is like something 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the COVID center, and then in the afternoon I have some 2 3 hours break. But then that is never really a break because I have to again rush for something other or something here and there. And then I have a clinic in the 5:30 in the evening, 5:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. And so by the time I get home, it's almost 10:30. But I make sure that I do talk with my parents. They know everything. I'm like a parrot in front of them. ये शाम को आके वो छोटा बच्चे के साथ ही होता है. This will happen. This will happen. This will happen. So I'm still a kid for them, and I want to be there.
True.
Doctor, I am of course, but I want to be my ground. I would never forget my ground from where I have come from my roots. So I think I
True.
should never forget them.
So, Dr. Bindal, I really like the word when you said that you should never forget the ground that you have been connected to. And also, like with your busy schedule, you gave us this Sunday evening and not taking much of Dr. Bindal's time. If, with your permission, or if there is anything else that you would like to advise our audience,
Hmm.
then before I wrap up, I think it is over to you.
Okay. So one small message for the audience and for everyone. Um, just do not panic and don't give up. This pandemic is, I know this COVID is not going to go so easily, but we are definitely on a charge. We are getting armed for it in all ways. And second is just be boosted up with good thoughts. Add some spirituality to your day-to-day life. Keep up with good positivity around you. Even if someone is trying to,
Pull
belittle
you
you,
down.
yeah, pull you down, just you keep up yourself. If 100 people are doing the wrong thing and you are the only person doing the right thing, be the right person to do the right thing. Do not follow the herd. So if one person is forwarding you, you stop it then and there. I think if one person, if we by ourselves stop that forwards on WhatsApp, I think it will, charity begins at home after all. खुद को चेंज करेंगे तब दूसरे के से एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं. आप खुद ही चेंज नहीं हो तो फिर there is you have no right to even ask someone to change. So don't give up, have faith, and do the right thing at the right time. Have a good presence of mind. Keep yourselves calm. That's it. That's the only thing I would like to say. There's no need to panic. Things get settled when you take a right way to deal with it.
So,
And thank you
friends,
so much for inviting me over here. And I really, liked that I could, this एक दो लोगों से बात करने से I think that I have got such a huge platform to talk, and it's because of you. So thank you so much.
oh, that is so kind of you, Dr. Bindal. So, in the words of Dr. Bindal, friends, all the audience who are watching on the page of Association of International Educators and other platforms, friends, families, we as Earth is one community. And in the words of Dr. Bindal, calm, do not panic. So, a positive word for that would be keep calm, keep accept and adapt, and keep moving and hold on to your faith. So faith over fear. So the young dynamic personality that you are, doctor, I'm sure that it is your positivity that has kept you protected, and this is the positivity that you spread to everybody, whomever you meet. And it is the same positivity that you have passed on to me and other visitors and viewers who have come on to this video today and who would be seeing them. So thank you so much for your time. And friends, in words of Dr. Bindal and myself, Dr. Amita Jain, although I'm not the Sui Wala doctor, I'm the Pothi Wala doctor, and she's the Sui Wala doctor. I would just like to request one and all, let's pray for the departed souls rather than having condolence, sad demise. Let's just change our vocabulary with some positive energy, and at the same time pray for healthy earths. So let's just all pray for a healthy earth. Let's have a gratitude prayer in place, and we would be coming up with more warriors on this series, which is called the story of the frontline warriors. Dr. Amita Jain and Dr. Bindal gave us her valuable time on a Sunday evening when it was supposed to be a celebration with her mother, and there was a big celebration in her family with
I think this is a big celebration for her. She's enjoying the video that too.
okay. No, and there was another family celebration that you shared. So amidst all of her family commitments, she gave us her valuable time, her valuable advice. And I would just like to request each and every one of you, use our platform, and if there are some viewers or any other uh, families, relatives, friends who would like to come and share their stories, we are just a phone call away. Thank you, Dr. Bindal, so much. And I want to really congratulate your mom and give her my best wishes for having a wonderful daughter such as yourself. Thank you, Dr. Bindal. Have a great
Thank,
evening.
thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Take care.
We will come back next series, and do tune in and keep check on the update that will be posted on the page of Association of International Educators soon. Thank you. Good evening. Stay blessed. Stay happy. Just let's spread health and happiness. Bye bye.
Bye bye.